Hello, my name is Donna Belt, a member of the Department of Aging and Disabilities Area Agency on Aging Advisory Council. I have been on the council for the last 9 years and the vice chair since 2016. As you may know, the Area Advisory Council is a group of county residents who volunteer to serve in an advisory capacity to the Anne Arundel County Department of Aging and Disabilities, the county executive, and other governmental bodies as established under the 1965 Older Americans Act. It is my pleasure to be a part of the Department of Aging and Disabilities 2021 Older Americans Month events and to help to tell the story of Anne Arundel County's resilience. This is part of a video series for the Anne Arundel County Older Americans Month. You may have viewed and are aware of the first week video, Topic, Successes, and Challenges. This is the second week video, Topic, Sharing Our Stories. This year's Older American Month national theme is Community of Strength. Older Americans contribute to building strong communities by sharing their resilience through stories. A story is an account of past events in someone's life, a particular person's representation of the facts of a matter. I've had many challenges in my life, but I prefer to share with you a success in my life. Why not me? Let me share my perspective and how I feel this topic relates to and impacts me. A brief story of my life and how I became the person I am today. I was raised by a set of strong, disciplined, and family-oriented parents, each with their own individual strengths, weaknesses, knowledge, talents, and abilities. My parents, William Alexander Truxon Sr. and Berdella Madre Queen Truxon, deceased, raised me and my 7 siblings, demonstrating their dedicated family, mode, steadfast beliefs, infinite wisdom, unending love. My parents taught me balance. From that, I learned to balance things in my life. My parents listened to my struggles and taught me how to cope by putting faith and trust in God, His power, love, and hope. My parents' life was not in vain. Mom graduated from Douglas Senior High School in 1939 at the age of 16. She was the youngest student in her graduating class. She received many acknowledgments for her mathematical achievements while attending Douglas, thus being allowed to student teach while attending. She was wise and excellent at financial management. Dad's life struggle never afforded him an opportunity to further formal training. He was well known in the community as a master of many, a self-educated man. His closest friends would say, "Truck can fix anything." As a chosen occupation, farming was his first love. Dad was the largest independent hog farmer of governmental inspected hogs. SK Meats was his primary buyer. For the younger generation, SK Meats was a Baltimore-based meat company specializing in hot dogs, sausages, bacon, and ham. Dad served ice in the Queenstown, Severn, and Dorsey areas, cut and sold wood, dug and cleaned wells for clean drinking water, with clients referred to by such companies as Gulf Strand, Lane Atlantic, and Greer and Logan, as well as clients reaching into Pennsylvania. Yet, he still retired with 28 years of service from General Refractories in Brooklyn, Maryland in 1984. A man with knowledge and many self-taught skills, dedicated and hardworking. Dad was a small business owner and even a contractor for the National Security Agency, NSA. My parents were forward thinkers, didn't have a lot of money, but used their God-given common sense, knowledge, skills, and abilities to help their family, relatives, friends, and acquaintances. How this relates to me and how it made me who I am today. My parents passed their values on to me. I worked full-time and attending college at night to earn my bachelor's of Science degree in computer science and 2 masters, one in business administration, focusing on information systems, and the second master's in telecommunications, all from the University of Maryland. Graduated from the Armed Forces Staff College in Norfolk, Virginia. Graduated from Information Resources Management College in Washington, D.C. Graduated from the Federal Executive Institute in Charlottesville, Virginia. Completed courses at the Naval Postgraduate School. Completed courses in systems engineering from Stevenson Institute in New Jersey. Completed a number of other prestigious federal government, academic, leadership, and technical programs. Served our country for nearly 40 years as a federal employee at the Department of Defense in various advanced technical, managerial, and executive positions. Served on many Anne Arundel County committees and boards, giving back to others. In 2016, I was inducted into the Glen Burnie High School Wall of Honor, and more. So let me stop there. Today, I still use my gifts volunteering to give back where I can to help others. By the way, I love creating crafts. Look around you, you may see some of my work. I've had many challenges in my life, but too many successes than I can tell you. I thank God for my parents and their sacrifices made for me to have a better life. I hope for the future that each young adult, each youth, have the same support that I had from my parents and other good people in my life, so that they can reach their potential and to be the best that they can be and to live in joy. God bless. Donna Belt.
So my dad was a really successful stockbroker, and nowadays people would call him a financial planner. That's usually the name that they go by. But he was really successful, and he would always win these trips. And he won a trip to Hawaii, and he brought my sister and I, and we were having the best time. We were staying at this amazing luxury hotel, and he was talking to one of the valets out front. And my dad was saying, oh gosh, this guy, he lived in all these different places, all these different countries. And the man happened to be around my dad's age, which at the time was in his 40s. And I remember saying to my dad that, wow, he moves around all the time, and he's in all these different countries, all these different places, and he's parking cars and having to haul luggage around. Gosh, that must be really tough. That must be really challenging, because I was sort of comparing him to my dad's job. And I had just gotten out of school. I had started my first professional job, and I had this idea that that's what everybody wanted. You wanted to have this office job. And my dad looked at me and he said, it sounds like a great life. And I said, well, what do you mean? That's nothing like what you do. And he says, well, everybody wants something different. And this guy, maybe it was his priority to travel and meet new people and move around a lot. Maybe he didn't want to settle down and be in one place and start a family. And that really stuck with me my whole life, because my dad was the least judgmental person that I think I've ever met. And I really thought so differently about career choices and life choices, and everybody lives differently, and that we should celebrate that. And that's a really important lesson that I learned from my dad.
Hi, my name's Carol, and I've been asked to tell you a story. Personally, I like funny stories, so I thought I would share with you a true funny story that happened to me when one of my sons was quite young. He was a toddler, and he was in his car seat in the back of my car as we were driving down the road, and lo and behold, we got pulled over by a policeman. Now, my son likes to talk. He's always liked to talk, and he constantly talked when he was a toddler. So as we drove down the street, he would say, look, there's a tree, there's grass, there's a school bus. See, I know it's a school bus because it's yellow. So when the policeman pulled us over and walked up to the car, he looked up and he said, hi, you're a policeman. I know you're a policeman. You wear a uniform. You have a badge, and you have a police car and lights on it. And I saw the lights go on. Mommy saw the lights too. And Mommy said, oh, bleep. And the policeman, to give him credit, he didn't even crack a smile. No facial change at all. And he just looked back at my son and said, "Yep, a lot of people say that when they see my lights." And then he proceeded to give me a warning instead of a ticket and said, "You take care, ma'am, now watch your speed because that's precious cargo in the back."
Hi everyone, my name is Shobi and I work for Anne Arundel County Department of Aging and Disabilities. And I'm here today to talk about a very special couple that I knew and loved very much. I worked for them a couple years back as a caretaker and they taught me lots of life lessons, and so I would like to just pass those along to you. They were very loving, compassionate, generous, and accepting people. They were extremely patient and very kind. They took the time to listen to others and to each other. They never interrupted each other. And this was something that I noticed a lot. I carry it with me. I try to always remember how important it is to just let people finish their stories. And these were stories that they told each other over and over again, the same stories, but they always let each other finish and to go uninterrupted, because there may have been just a small detail or memory that they hadn't heard before. But mostly I think they just appreciated each other that much that they wanted to give each other the space to share freely and not worry that they were going to be interrupted. So I think about that often as I'm communicating with my husband or my kids or my coworkers. I'm always thinking, am I interrupting? Am I letting them finish? Am I not formulating my response or judgment? Just let people finish. Lee and Carolyn had compassion for others in every type of life circumstance. I try to hold on to this. I try to remember this life lesson too, that we're all different. We all see things differently. I'm not going to share my same values and morals and opinions with everyone out there, but I try to have compassion for other people that are different than me. Lee and Carolyn spoke to all sorts of people. They made it a point when they were at the store, at the deli, at the cleaners, at all the places that we visited together. They took the time to really know people and to talk to people, and they didn't just have a conversation. They actually knew these people. They knew their names, they knew their children, they knew their life stories, and they just took the time to do that. And I always thought that that was very special. Lee and Carolyn knew that the kindness they gave, that they would receive in return. And that was a very valuable life lesson to me, to just remember that we reap what we sow. And I can't go wrong by being kind. It's never the wrong thing to do. They taught me how to slow down and just appreciate life for everything that I have, and we only live once, and to appreciate my family and my work and the little things in life. They just taught me to slow down. And I'll just end with this. I hope that everyone has an opportunity to meet or to get to know Lee and Carolyn. And if you are Lee and Carolyn, I hope that you know how valued and special you are to those that you might influence. And that's it. Thank you. Have a great day.
Hi, I'm Joe DeVolio. I've been a resident of Anne Arundel County for over 40 years. I'm a graduate of the Naval Academy. Grew up in Ohio, but certainly call Maryland home now. Moved all over the country with the Navy, but we love Annapolis. And I am blessed because my family is all here. 2 kids, 5 grandkids. Annapolis is truly home. I discovered a group called the Showstoppers about 10 years ago, and we're a group of seniors that entertain all over the county, from senior centers to nursing homes to any residential facilities. And it's most rewarding to put smiles on the faces of seniors all over Anne Arundel County, plus their caregivers. I think they enjoy the shows just as much. Since the seniors centers have been shut down, we've been fortunate enough to have the support of the American Legion on Forest Drive. Gunny Sergeant and Billy over there have allowed us to practice throughout the winter and keep ourselves sharp. So we're ready to go back out on the road. The combo of getting the support from the seniors and the veterans has been fantastic. It's two great groups that we're proud to be associated with. So I want to tell you, we're ready, and look out, the Showstoppers will be on the road soon. Look forward to seeing you out there. God bless.
Thank you so much for sharing all of your stories for Older Americans Month. It is so important for all of us to share our stories, especially those who have lived a long time. I think it's particularly important right now. We're all coming out of this pandemic, this really tough time that our nation has gone through. And one of the things that's been so wonderful is when older adults have shared, we've been through tough times before. There's been challenges that we've faced before in our lives, and we're going to get through this. And so any challenge, any success that you can share is so important. And think about it. Your grandchildren, your kids, friends, and neighbors will share those stories way after you're gone. So thank you for sharing those stories. Keep sharing those stories to impart your wisdom and your experiences to other generations.
Hello, I'm Pam Jordan. I'm the Deputy CAO for Health and Human Services for County Executive Stuart Pittman, and formerly the Director of the Department of Aging and Disabilities. I want to take some time to wish everybody a wonderful Older Americans Month as we celebrate the contributions of our older Americans in Anne Arundel County. First, I want to thank you for your flexibility. It's been a very difficult year, and we have missed you so much at the senior centers and in all of our programs, and can't wait to see everybody back healthy and protected. Don't forget to get those shots. So I want to talk about my defining moment. I think this is a story that you'll find, I hope, find inspiring. I started my service to county government as a teenager in 1979. I was with the Department of Public Works. And my defining moment occurred when then Tropical Depression Isabel roared through this county on September 18th, 2003. Anyone living in a waterfront community or had water access knows the damage that storm did to the eastern side of this county. One community in particular, Bayside Beach, was particularly hit hard. My colleagues in the Department of Public Works sat through the night in their large vehicles as the Chesapeake Bay just rolled through that community, creating damage. And they had their beacons going on their trucks as a beacon of hope all night. As the storm passed and we went into the community in the following days, the destruction was devastating. But we came across one house where the homeowner, who could have been completely overwhelmed with their own destruction, had spray painted across the side of their home, "Thank you, God, and thank you, Anne Arundel County workers." It's quite a story, and to have seen that, I knew that was my defining moment in county government, and that my service to the public has been an honor and a privilege, and I knew that I was in the right place to provide services to our public. So I encourage you to consider your defining moments, and for all of your defining moments, thank you, and thank you for everything you've contributed to make Anne Arundel County the best place for all.